all protocol observed. I'm so overjoyed, I don't know how to start. But let me give the microphone to my mommy to say hello. Today is a wonderful day in my life. I turned 65 last month, and it coincided with my book coming out. I don't know where to start from, but my story is, you can imagine talking about yourself for 65 years. It's very difficult, but I'll summarize it. Our guest of honor is leaving soon. He favored me. He said he has to come and be with us. He has another function. He's sickly, but he said, Momo, I will come. Before I give my speech, he was my last boss. If you didn't know, I worked with a mama for 7 years. And some of the qualities, I picked them from him. Honorable, when you left office, the next boss fired me. You know why? I said it. I am bold. I can tell you no, I can tell you yes. If it is yellow, it is yellow. If it is green, it is green. And people who work with me, some have difficulties, some have excitement. So let me begin my speech. Thank you, everybody. Today I'm thanking you all. Why are you here? You are part of me. I couldn't have succeeded if you are not there. So I'm going to recognize you in your capacities. Please stand up and wave. All of you, my families, you have seen my mommy. She's 92 years. I hope I'll live to her years. She has been living with me since 2001. She has been with me. My family, can you please stand? All of you, Jenina, Amsa. Nyinyi kinyawa chotara nyinyi msimame. Zinat. All these are my relatives. My muchotara relatives. I have Mama Jacqueline. She's my mentor. She knew me from campus. Then now I'm going to group you. My old girls. You can start. Wherever you are. I have my flower groups. All of you nature lovers. Mama Betty. Mama Betty is the daughter of Professor Kajubiri. She's the one who mentored me in flowers. You see the touch. My business associates, there is Tom, Peter Katusi, Chief. Next, there is my husband's friends. Those who really kept the friendship and are still keeping me as their friend. There's P.T., there's now many, David. I have a big at high school. I have a Minaria group. My fellowship, not so close. I host fellowship every Saturday. We pray together every Saturday. You know, you need to balance life. Who else? My brother, I didn't see him standing. I have two brothers. He's our last born. Eh? So, I have my maid of honor, Sarah Mjenga. He's also with Anyanji. I have Dr. Nabila. Dr. Nabila, I got to know her through flowers, and we now consult, we counsel one another. Remote, we worked together. We worked together for how many years? There is Kezia's teachers. I got to know him when my children were studying at Green Hill, and we kept the friendship. There are supposed to be some more, but they didn't make it. Eh? And I think there is one writer, Charles. I'm now in a writers club group, so see, I'm adding friends.
I'm a writer.
Leah, stand up. This book, which you are seeing, is because of how we coined it together. Then Mama Nina Alice. She will talk later. I got to know her when she gave me an assignment to work, to do her garden. And we consolidated our friendship from that time. So let me begin my story. I hope I'll be brief, and I hope I will not be emotional. I'm called Ameria Momo Masiko. My other maiden name was Gulzari. It was the Indian name. And they say it is connected with the rose flower. The reason I'm surrounded by flowers. I think when the names and the words you give yourself determine who you become. So I think the naming has made me who I am. Then I added on Masiko, which is hope. I always have hope. I've gone through it all. Actually, if I didn't have hope, I don't think I would have survived all these years. My husband fell sick in 1987, and from that time he was in depression until he died. So you can imagine having a sick husband for 35 years. So it is by God's grace and hope that I made it. So, why identity crisis? Really, why? You ask yourself why. Of all the titles, of all the stories, why do you talk about identity crisis? You have heard. My mother's father was a mercenary. He came to fight the Mau Mau War in Kenya. He was from Afghanistan. How he met my grandmother. My grandmother was from those side of Mirama Hills. You can imagine. Then my father, the father was an Indian from Gujarati. He came as a clerk for the British. Then he decided to marry a Mchope. Those of you who don't know the Machope, they are a mixture of Manyoro and Langi. So you can imagine how much blood is in me. So you can imagine when I tell you identity crisis, what it means. I am not Muchiga, I am not Indian, I am not Langi, I don't have a tribe. But if I can say, me I am Muchiga, whether I like it or not, I am a Muchiga. I was going to get a passport renewed, I had never gone to passport office to renew. Ever since I used to have VIP, you just fill your forms and the passport is delivered. But these days that you have to be interviewed. Remember who even met there at that time? The lady who was interviewing me asked me, what tribe are you? I said, I'm a Muchiga. Then he said, what tribe is your father? I told her, you read in the file. My father is Indian and Muchope. Then your mother, I said, my mother is Muchiga and Afghanistan. Then she said, then why aren't you Muchiga? Why aren't you Muchope? I said, but really, I am not Muchope. My father is the one who had the Muchope blood. Me, I am a Muchiga because I was born from Kabali. And everybody knows me as a Muchiga brown woman. So I'm a Muchiga. Said, I told her, if you want, you write Muchope if you want. Then I became aggressive. For those of you who know me, I told her, Madam, do you know to live and you don't know what is your identity? Do you know how it hurts? So I told her, write whether Muchope or Muchiga, but I know I am Muchiga. Then he said, okay, madam, come after 2 weeks, they'll give you your passport. So, my Bachotara friends who are having problems, there is our cousin, he's a LC chairman for Muyenga. He went to court to contest for us Bachotaras who are denied IDs and passports, and we won. So my dear sisters, if you want to marry up to 4 women, so what did I do? I became a tomboy. I grew up as a tomboy. Those of you who know me, I am a woman, but I behave like a man. Yes. I have to fight. I had to fight. My mother, when I finished P7, there is a doctor man who came and they wanted me to get married. They first asked my sister Ida. Ida said, Mumveko. Then mommy said, Momo, you go. I told mommy, we speak Kiswahili. Let me say it in Kiswahili, then somebody can interpret. Mami, nilikwambia siwezi kuolewa nikakuwa kama wewe mjikoni. What does it mean? I told her, Mommy, I will not get married. So you have to speak for yourself. As long as you are not interfering with anybody's rights, you have to speak for yourself. And do good. The good will come back to you. For those of you who have worked with me, you enjoy my aggressiveness. Peter Katusi has suffered with me. Peter is my lawyer. So I also did some little law. So we are always flexing when he's delaying and I'm doing the things and he's quarreling. He's telling me, Mama, what do you think you are going to achieve when you are doing all this? And sometimes I win. Not so, Peter? So, growing up was very difficult. When I went to school, there are some boys who used to bully me. They would call me Guza Chotara. And then sometimes I would fight back, sometimes I would just give in. When I went to Gweranyanji, doctor said she didn't realize I was feeling identity crisis. But it is there. You are the only colored girl in other Wanyankole and Bachiga. You can imagine. You are not of the same culture. You are not, you know. But how did I succeed? You have to learn survival skills. Number one, learn to have self-esteem. Love yourself. So I had to position myself. I would identify, you know, doctor, to be a doctor, he is high intelligent. The piece is the accountants, the dress cars. So I would identify the very intelligent girls strategically so that I become also intelligent like them. So I excelled. I went to Nabingo, then I went to Makerere. I'm doing a shortcut. When I was at Makerere in the 3rd year, one thing I had forgotten. Growing up, you know, Muslims, they bring mwalimu to teach you. I'm sorry, if you are a Muslim, don't get offended. Don't feel that this woman is crazy. You know, they would teach us, beating us to learn the surah. And if they are beating you, you are not saying it correct. I told my father, I said, this man even doesn't know the Arabic. You ask him words, he doesn't know them. I said, I'm not studying Islam. And then my father said, you leave it. And he named me Musacha because I am an iron lady. So I dropped out of Islam. Now, when I reached Makerere, UPM, now I joined UPM, one of the items was promoting women. And Museveni has done it. Like it or not, women, we are empowered. We now own properties, we are in parliament, we are in big positions. Maybe we shall have a president in one of these days. So at least, honorable, if you reach Museveni, tell him he has done wonders in empowering women. We are empowered. Women, you are not clapping. I'm not politicizing. Me, I say a spade is a spade. Yes. We are empowered. Yes. And we achieved that. Me, I couldn't have joined the UPM if that clause was not there. And I was secretary. We kept working slowly. Then I came back and the Right Honorable called me to join him. I was personally attached to him. Wow. We worked for 7 years. I never gave him problems. He was a good boss. By the way, women who have suffered from many bosses, I pity you. He's a gentleman, he respects women, and he's a good advisor. When he was leaving office, he called me in his office and he told me, Momo, be very careful. Know what you are speaking. And honorable, after 4 months, I was kicked out. So I think it was a good turning point for me. Maybe I was not exhibiting my talents where I was. So when I left the government, I had a saving of 3 million shillings. By the way, I've never stolen any money. And I've never got free money from government. All these achievements here, Tom knows. I have worked through a friend. But he would trust me, he would give me shortfalls money. 100 million without any security. Who can get it? No one. Charles Nariari. I met him when we were doing a course in microfinance, 1997. He was still in Bank of Uganda. So when he left, he started his microfinance. So whenever I would be in a crisis, his credit officers would say, but you, how do you trust this woman? You give her 100 million, she has no security. Then Charles would say, okay, me, I'm guaranteeing her. And I never betrayed anybody. Tom didn't tell you. Among the entities who were hired, who were engaged to implement the poverty alleviation, we were the only ones who kept running the business. We recovered 800 million shillings between 98 and 2001. And I never took a single shilling. The only thing I got was a commission of 10%. And we test run it with Maria. Maria, can you stand, please? Maria was my colleague. We worked together. We were chased together. And by the way, my other colleagues, Abre, Stephen, Percy, These are my long-term friends. So, now in summary, the survival skills you've had, you have to be bold, you have to be loyal, you have to be honest. My book is based on 5 F's. Faith, family, finances, friends, and fitness. I'm going to be brief. Faith is on 2 perspectives. Whether you like it or not, you have to believe in an almighty creator. If you don't believe in an almighty, then you are dead. I don't think you are existing. Yeah? You have to believe in the almighty creator. Reason being, you imagine the sun shines all over the world, but man has gone to the moon. The sun, their light cannot shine everywhere. Your bulbs cannot even shine the next door. So believe in the almighty creator on that perspective. Then number 2 of faith. Everything you do, you must have faith in it. If you don't have faith, you cannot accomplish anything. You must believe in what you do. Number 2 of faith is a family. Whether you like it or not, you must belong to a family. We don't choose who we are, but we are born who we are, and we must love ourselves as we are. So wachotara, nawapenda sana. Don't fear to be who you are. Family is family. And why did I choose to marry a Muchiga? Because I was running away from college. Only that, and then I wanted an intelligent partner who can challenge me, and I also challenge him. Number 3 is finance. Whether you like it or not, you must have money. So if you can't make money, you are what? A pauper. You are poor. So you must find all means possible to make money. If you want to cook, you cook. If you want to talk like I talk, by the way, when I talk, I'm paid. Use whatever talent you have to make money. Because if you don't have money, nobody will allow you on their table. You must have something you are bringing on the table. If it is not there, you are nobody. And don't steal. Please, don't steal. When I say make money, don't steal. Work hard, make your money. By the way, every business is good, you can make money. It's how you do it. Number 4 is friends. You are here. Clap for yourselves. Thank you for loving me. I have friends from 71. I have friends from 90s. I have now friends of yesterday. And I will continue loving you. Thank you for loving me. Number 5 is fitness. Whether you like it or not, you have to take care of your body. Fitness, well-being is 3 things. It's body, mind, and soul. So the body is what is your mechanism. You can't move without your body. So it's how you take care of your body. Then the mind, those are the messages you put in your brain. I am good, I am bad, I am what. If you say bad things to yourself, you become bad. If you say good things, then you become good. And the spirit, we don't know the spirit, but it is that thing that gives you purpose. Why are you here? It is that spirit that keeps moving you. So in brief, that's why I've written this book. I want to inspire so many people. I left a well-paying job and went to work for government. Reason was, I love my country. I love Uganda, and you should love Uganda. I'm not criticizing, but if you don't love your country, nobody will love it for you. So you must do good things. Whether you are suffering, whether you are doing what, love your country, do good things. My mother is saying I'm talking a lot. You know, I am about to conclude. I want to give testimonies. I'm a mentor, I'm a coach. And you know, when you are a coach, you say harsh things to people to make them get up. My grandnephews, I always tell them, I have a master's, I'm here doing, you know, when you find me in this garden, Mama Jackie knows, I am in touching grass and soil and what, but I'm earning from it. And yet I have a master's in finance. I just hang it there in my wardrobe. I don't care about the masters. But now it is my passion. It's what I love. I do it with the love, and that is my purpose. I want to create a beautiful Uganda. Not only an area, Mr. Chairman, you know the campaign. I think when you enter here, you see, you can tell. Here it is clean. You have to be part of the cleaning. So, I'm concluding. I want to give one more testimony. This young man is called Andrew Tumbo. He came to work for me in 1998 as a cleaner. His mother had passed on, and the brother brought him to me to help me in the office. He didn't know what to do. I guided him. He was cleaning. Then he was loyal. We would send him to the bank. He would take the money. He would go to see the clients. But do you know what? Andrew, okay. This is your neighbor in Buwati. He's a landlord. He's owning his own house and rentals. He never stole from me, but from his salary, and he would get loans, which I would guarantee. He built a house. So what am I saying? It does not mean you have to be famous, you have to be educated, you have to be rich to make it. It is the attitude. If you are focused, if you have mentors, if you don't have a mentor, I'm here. Come here tomorrow and I mentor you to become like me. I'm telling you, you need mentors. You cannot become who you are if you don't have a mentor. Me, I was following Oprah, but now I am the Oprah of Uganda. Why should we follow those people from Europe? We don't know their experiences. But me, I'm telling you the Muchiga Ugandan experience. Eh? And it has worked for me, so why can't it work for you? So in conclusion, I've finished. I always say me, I talk a lot, so I'm concluding. I'm going to give you, I read a lot. Those who follow me, sometimes I'm on. It is the last page. He says, the things you do for yourself are gone when you are gone. But the things you do for others remain your legacy. So what I have done for you is my legacy. And this book is the legacy for the other people who are going to come. Your children, your great-grandchildren. So go tell people about this book. Tell them to come here. We transform their lives. Thank you so much.
As you heard, my name is Amama Mbabazi, and I was delighted to be invited to be the chief guest today at this function. So I wrote my speech. I used to speak without writing, but I would need a lot of time. So at my age, and given the demand on my time by many things, I think writing speeches is a good idea because you take a short time and you deliver the messages you want to deliver. So, Obuchara Amina Shafi, nyina wa mum na family ya Shafi mwena wali ya the Shafi family is a very well-known family in Kabale. Me, I am more known as a Kanungu man. But I want to inform you today, those who do not know, I am a Mufuruchi. I am a migrant from Kabale. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon on the momentous occasion of really celebrating the achievements of Ameria Momo Masiko. This name Ameria I'm not familiar with, so I heard it only recently. I know Momo. We all knew her as Momo all along. And I'm happy to be here. And I'm glad you came to join in at the launch of an extraordinary book, really an autobiography titled Coping with the Identity Crisis. When I saw the heading, by the way, I couldn't guess what the content was. I did not think at the beginning that she was writing about herself, because I've never known Momo to be in a crisis. Today, we come to honor the life and achievements of a remarkable woman. You've heard about Momo, those who spoke before us, her classmates from Bweranyanji, her teacher, amazing lady. Are you sure you are her teacher?
She's our teacher. I am.
What is the formula?
Salvation.
As her former colleague at work, you heard her introduce me as such, and as a political collaborator, it is my honor to stand before you and share a few words about this incredible individual. I do confirm that Momo is a Muchiga. A true one. Because in the past, when you said you were Muchiga, it denoted certain and clear characteristics. Not these days. No. I think we spread and went everywhere, and the influence of others have reshaped some of the people who have the cultural identity of Bachiga but don't have the true character of Bachiga. Momo is one. In her mannerisms, in her straightforwardness, in her drive. Well, you had a taste of her in her speech a moment ago. That is Momo. Momo, her journey is a testament to the indomitable spirit, I think, which has been mentioned by others that spoke before, of resilience, determination, and courage. From her early days as a government worker, a state employee, to her role as a political activist and a freedom fighter. She has left an indelible, I don't know how I could better describe it, but an indelible mark on the history of Uganda. Her unwavering commitment to the pursuit of justice, equality, and freedom has inspired countless individuals, and I'm sure generations to come. And when you read this book, it is obviously a book that will teach us of the present generation a lot that we ought to have known, but clearly that many of us didn't know, and certainly for the future generations. Throughout our years of collaboration, I have witnessed firsthand Momo's unparalleled dedication to the betterment of our nation. Her tireless efforts to fight for the rights of the marginalized, to challenge the status quo, and to advocate for a more inclusive society have been truly remarkable. Our unwavering belief in the power of democracy, justice, and human rights has been a guiding light to many and for many. And today, for the first time, by the way, when you read the book, you will not find what she told you. She simply says she worked for government. She doesn't say where. And that is Momo. And that's why she was reliable. This Momo, you could trust her with anything. So the fact that she's disclosing for the first time after how many years? Since 94, this is how many years? 94 to 90, we have 20 something.
20.
That's almost 30, 29 years. She's disclosing that she worked with Babazi, and you know where. But when she didn't tell you where, even that, she left you guessing. And that is Momo. Truly dependable. You could trust her with anything. If I gave Momo an assignment, I would go and sleep. And this was not the case with everyone. But Mrs. Masiko's contributions extend beyond exceptional entrepreneurial skills, which she talked about here, and which is a dominant theme in her book. And obviously, she's paving the way for economic empowerment and sustainable development, not only for our family, our friends, but for the nation at large. Her success as an entrepreneur serves as an inspiration not only to women, but all individuals who dare to dream and work tirelessly to achieve their goals. In her autobiography, we have the privilege of delving into the depths of Mrs. Masiko's experiences, challenges, and triumphs. We gain insights into the struggles she faced. All these things I'm writing are from actually her book. I may sound as if I'm making my own speech. I'm simply reproducing what is in this book. Those of you who have not read it. That's all. I have the privilege of standing up as a guest of honor and speak as if I am making a lot of sense from my head. But if I can copy someone else who said she was a copy of others, Kezia, you said you are a copy. You copy others. Photocopy. In this book, we gain insights into the struggles Momo faced the sacrifices she made, and the victories she achieved. Through her words, we are reminded of the power of perseverance, the importance of standing up for what is right, and the impact that one individual can have on the course of history. Mrs. Masiko's story is not just a personal narrative, it is a reflection of the collective struggles and aspirations of a nation. It is a reminder of the sacrifices made by freedom fighters, political activists, and all those who have fought for justice and equality. It is a testament to the resilience and strength of the Ugandan people. As we celebrate the launch of this book, Coping with Identity Crisis, let us not only honor Mrs. Masiko's remarkable achievements, but also acknowledge the countless individuals who have played a role in shaping her journey. She narrates those stories very clearly in the book. Let us recognize the sacrifices made by her family, her mother who is here, the old man, her brothers, her cousins. She says theirs is a well-knit family, and they are very well known for standing for each other. Her friends and colleagues who have supported her along the way. To you, Momo, I extend my deepest gratitude for your unwavering dedication, your relentless pursuit of justice, and your inspiring leadership. Your life and achievements serve as a beacon of hope for all those who believe in the power of change and the strength of the human spirit. In conclusion, I think I should say, I must apologize that we came slightly late and we are attired differently from many of you. This is because we are coming out of church. There was a friend who was wedding and a friend's son. I am corrected. My wife doesn't think that I have friends who can wed at. Really. Okay, friend's son. So that's why we will not stay for long, because we still have I have to make another speech elsewhere. I should have done so at 6 o'clock. And unfortunately, I'm not strong enough to cope with all these demands these days as I used to do in the past. But anyway, in conclusion, let us celebrate not only the launch of this extraordinary autobiography, but also the incredible life of Momo Masiko. May her story continue to inspire generations to come, and may her legacy be forever etched in the history of our great nation. I have spoken for too long, and it's time to let the coping with the identity crisis speak for itself. I don't know exactly how to launch a book.
You said it.
I have been writing a book, and the last time I said so in the presence of President Yoweri Museveni, he said, "Shut up, Mbabas, you have heard about that book for 30 years. When is it coming?" Well, Momo, you have beaten me to it. I'm happy to launch your book. You have led the way. I will follow. So now it is my singular honor to launch the book titled Coping with the Identity Crisis, authored by Mrs. Momo Masiko. Launching, she gives me a copy and I wave it.
I sign first.
You sign it first.
I'm supposed to sign for you.
So can I use this opportunity to invite you, those of you who are here, to the launch of my book?
Yes.
Don't ask me where.
Exactly. We want to iron.
This is my book, Coping with the Identity Crisis. Thank you for being part of this journey.
It's my great honor to launch this book, Coping with the Identity Crisis, authored by Momo Masiko, and I urge you not only to read it, but to promote it, because as I said in my speech, really, the nation has everything to gain from the contents of this book. Thank you very much, God bless you, and I hope the party will go on. I know that many more speeches are going to be made about Momo, and I simply want to say, in summary, we need a few Momos in Uganda to make a leap forward. And I hope through her relentless efforts, tireless efforts, to skill other Ugandans, that will be achieved. Thank you. God bless you.
Amen.